Jim Ganzer, sportsbubbler.com, here at Legends of the Field in Greenfield. We're celebrating the 1982 Brewers today. We're here with Pete Ladd. Pete, how does it feel to be back in Milwaukee, signing autographs for the fans after so many years?
Oh, I love it. I do it about every other year. I get a chance to come back and see the community again, and Brewer Fever is still around. And, everybody loves what happened in 82, but we got a good club now that is fighting for a pennant spot.
And tell me what you're up to today.
Working in the lumber business up in my home state of Maine.
In Maine?
In Maine.
Lobster country. You know what? You look at that 82 team. When you came in, you came in towards the end of the season, and if I remember the story correctly, because you'd been known for having a large hat size and big feet. And I can't remember what player it was. I want to say Molitor came into the locker room with two shoes taped together, something like that. Do you remember that story?
I remember seeing a lot of different pranks. But the thing is, that was my initiation into being a brewer. These guys took me under their wing, and it was just it was a big, happy family, and especially with Harvey Keene at the helm.
Coming in like that, hard to get to know the guys, but right there, they welcomed in right away, didn't they?
It was like I had been their teammate for a couple of years. Everybody was just so welcoming, and it was just it wasn't an experience I had ever experienced before. I was with Houston for a little bit in '79, and it was a very uptight situation. And then coming to a loose-knit bunch of guys like the Brewers, I felt right at home.
And Joe Palmazan was just saying a minute ago, a lot of people forget that, Raleigh Fingers was out. You came in, you were the closer on that team.
Yeah, unfortunately for Raleigh getting injured, but at the time, Harvey was looking for somebody that could go in and do it, and he liked what I had to offer, and I just relished.
You mentioned a minute ago Houston. You came into the league, into Houston as a 22-year-old rookie. Knowing what you know now, looking across the room at Houston's manager, Cecil Cooper, how do you think that would have changed if Cecil would have been the manager on that team?
I might have stayed a few years in Houston. The manager I had, Bill Verdon, he was a tough, no-nonsense manager. And he had a pretty good lineup and pretty good pitching staff at the time. And it just, even though I had the big trade from Boston to the Astros, just wasn't going to fit into his plans, so I kind of stayed in the AAA Tucson Toros for a couple of years before being traded for Buster Keaton.
Buster Keaton. When you see some of these guys year after year, just hearing you guys talk across the room, it seems like you guys pick up just where you left off several years back. Is that how it is?
Oh, it is. And that was the type of feeling that I got when I first came. They talked to me like I had been a part of them the whole time. And we've done a couple fantasy camps together, doing little shows like this together. And it is. We just pick up from where we left off, bring the stories out, and when Gorman's around, you really get a lot of stories.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time. Welcome back to Milwaukee. For Pete Ladd, Jim Ganzer, sportsbubbler.com, here at Legends of the Field in Greenfield. Memorabilia. Legends of the Field is a memorabilia company you can trust. With 3 convenient locations, the Legends Pro Shop on Gulf Road in Delafield, the newest location at Highway 100 in Cold Spring in Greenfield, and at the Gurney Mills Mall. Watch for upcoming autograph signings. August 29th at the Pro Shop in Delafield, Milwaukee Brewers Giovanni Gallardo, Mitch Stetter, and Todd Coffey. September 9th, also at the Legends Pro Shop in Delafield, Milwaukee Brewers Alcides Escobar and Matt Gamble. And September 21st at the Highway 100 in Cold Spring location, Green Bay Packer Clay Matthews. Legends of the Field, a sports memorabilia company you can trust.